Alright, straight up. Say, the weed, you can't get addicted to it. It's starting to affect my life. All the front pages are like half bleached by sun or rubbed clean by my backpack. I'm gonna read a couple poems. This one's called Dazzle Camo. Should have taken a page of my teenage days off those dazzle ships. Had to be seen but imperceivable, beautiful and beyond the pale. U-boats, you know, were sinking allies, and firefight firing had stuttered both alee. Go on, blend into the sea, I dare you. The sky, clouds, the seething of the waves, change all the time, just try and hide the smoke. Psychedelic seafarers threw off the sub-gunner, who knew not how to spot the speed or trajectory, sometimes off as much as 55 degrees. A flock of seagoing Easter eggs, should have taken a page from them. Instead, once I felt the stick like a sore thumb, out every place, exposed, and always the tallest thing in an open-faced field. I tried to squish me down, implode me to 2 dimensions. My body, my tide. Swooning the swell, I pushed back, pulled air into a tiny fist in my solar plexus, gladly buckled my chest to minimize, braided my legs and hands in bed so as to lock up the surplus nervous energy and sleep. That's that one. And scene. Join us. This one's called The Log. Bombed, me and Jeb spent the dusk perch porching with the dogs, joined by the pastor and his bald-toothed saw. I touched a button while they sucked on straw. The father of the law twiddled his bushed-out chin, brushed the flyaways in line. He had hoped to show devotion to God this way the rest of his life. But that night had dark, yea, in amounts that hid the radical brothers, blind to what being Amish. In a gaggle they came to my doorstep, planed by my grandpa, placed by my da. I fixed my hat to head, heard their words cry to talk. The devil knew I saw him in their eyes. In a fix, invited him inside, where they pressed us down. The manly plea hearing Jeb say, don't steer me, while their woolly shears sent hair flying and waves settling in the pastor's tears as his eye met the floor. Those villains in their slippy rightness, righteous anger, still hid their snake faces and took photos on their cell phones of the pastor's shame. After the deed, he was crying and shaking all over and crying. They left an angry inch on his face. And come the next day, the weirded father missed a family wedding and refused to preach. It's called Cut My Teeth, wherein I literally cut my teeth on a thing. Watch for that. I inherited a file, cross-hatched on the blade, rung like a tuning fork, grate me, cut my teeth. I remember Mango Tango at Joe's Deli. Cusped the cone, it weighed like stone, tore down my wrist to the floor, but I lifted with legs, stuck my head in the frigid open meat freezer. Young, but I was looking out, responsible for my sister. This cooler's not doing it. Summer beat, dog days. Open the glass shutter, like a dream, misty cold cascades. Lay your head on the cokes. Time to go now, I get the door, with a push against the rock of God. Watch my sister nudge it aside as I stumble through a threshold. I cut my teeth on the brick, file my smile and graze my face and fall flat on the flower bed. I wake up and smell perennials ground in my nose and mouth. I wake up surrounded by my loved ones, drowning in angels. They horned out benediction. They blew it out, and I was loved, and rightly so. I've never lost a loved one yet in the family that I knew well, who was worth grieving. Any death will hurt, but I worry my heart's had an easy go. Now Grant breaks the stage with his dulcet baritone.